All right, welcome everyone. We're going to get started here quickly, and we're going to, first of all, start with flag salute. Jeremiah, please introduce yourself and lead us.
My name is Jeremiah Stringer. My house is Amistad, and everybody stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, and indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Great job. Hey, because we have such a large student presentation tonight, we're going to lead off with this group introducing themselves and taking over the first part of the meeting, and then we'll move to the regular agenda. Thank you.
Good evening. Thank you, board, and all of you in the crowd for welcoming us. We are IME, Montañez Elementary School. We have Mr. Montañez here with us tonight. Thank you. When opening a new school, we had an amazing opportunity to build a culture that was all that we could dream of and more. And one of the things that we decided to do as a staff is bring a house system, which is modeled after the house system at the Ron Clark Academy. We brought that to IME. And that is what we want to present tonight because it is truly a big piece of our culture. It also, as you'll see, has an impact on our attendance as well. So Ms. Brown put together a video for us to watch tonight because our house system is so big. It includes every 4th and 5th grade student at Montañez Elementary School, as well as staff members. There are 4 different houses, and we could not fit them all in this room tonight. So the video is going to tell you a little bit and show you what the house system means to Montañez Elementary School. We then have one group who is here with us tonight. They were selected because they were the winners of the quarter 3 point total, and their reward for that was the privilege of coming and presenting tonight to the board and really shining and representing Montañez Elementary School and all that the house system brings. So enjoy the video. Thank you, Robert.
Thank you, guys. All right, we just want to give a special thanks to all the folks that are behind the scenes, the folks that funded the budget for our staff to go to RCA and just bring that vision to life. All of the support that was given to just create that vision for IME and bring it to Brentwood. I want to thank all the parents for bringing the students and all the students for all giving up your recess all week to practice. I also just want to say thank you to all of you for just building out the community at IME. When you walk through those halls, you feel it. It just feels different. It's a family-oriented school. We had staff today talk about just how they're having so much fun at work, which we all know isn't always a thing. But at IME, it's a thing. We have fun at IME. So just appreciate you all because you all are a part of IME, whether you work there or not.
Would like to thank everyone, Miss Brown and Ms. Staubin. I would like to give the one certificate of appreciation to the entire group. I would like the namesake, Mr. Montañez, to please stand. He's such a special part of our group here and the entire school.
Yeah, I think it'd be great too. We have this new photo background. Maybe this would be the first group to go up there. So if we could have Mr. Montañez and all the kids, and the teacher, hey, you're going to show up to a meeting, Mr. Montañez. We're going to put you to work, and head on up there, and we'll take a picture. Board, do you want to head up there with them? Yeah.
I just wanted to get in for a photo too, get you all in. And actually, we can get you guys all in there really easy. All right, let's look over here. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God.
Parents will post this on.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Awesome, guys. Yeah. Parents, thank you so much for coming out. You're more than welcome to stay if you'd like, but you have to go because it's a school night. We'll reconvene in just 2 minutes. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. You know what? I don't think we ever turned it on. It turns off automatically. Nobody touched it, I don't think. Thanks.
Ah, that worked. My favorite part of it.
Oh, weren't they great? Yeah.
That was neat to do the video too and have the group, and it's all good.
Okay, we're going to start in just 45 seconds. Yeah. 32 and a half seconds. All right. I'm going to go on next with superintendent report. That is a hard act to follow, and so I'll do my best. I just have this is something that I do at every meeting. Because of the March break, we have a significantly shorter slideshow here in between the two, but I just want to highlight some of the things that have been going on. I love this activity. This is Ms. DeFremery, a longtime math teacher at Edna Hill, where the students created robots using different shapes so they could learn about volume and measurement. So really fun lesson out there. this was an embarrassing story, but a fun outcome in the end. So I showed up for an orchestra concert at Adams Middle School on a Wednesday night that took place on a Tuesday night. And so I sent a very apologetic email, and they were kind enough to do a before school performance for me. And they were, it was pretty exciting. It was incredible. And so, and they tried something new where they brought some pieces of the band together with Mrs. Isaac's orchestra. So just a wonderful performance. So I just wanted to say that and say if you get a chance to go out there and see a performance when they're up, it's a great idea. I want to thank Mrs. Condren, Mrs. Geis, I don't know why there's an extra letter in there, Mrs. Henderson, Mrs. Colbin, Mrs. Rainsburg for their putting on the Brentwood musical, a longtime staple for third graders. Great performance out there at Brentwood L. Also, here we have Mae Jemison and John Muir out at Marsh Creek Elementary for their annual fifth grade wax museum. Fun event out there. Just before break, Amy Radaba, our wonderful Adams Middle School teacher who was selected as the district's Teacher of the Year, was honored at a County Teacher of the Year reception. So congratulations to her. And these are all the Teachers of the Year from the county. And so that goes, they're in process right now. One of the rewards that you get if you're selected as Teacher of the Year is you get to write several essays over break that get submitted. And so to talk about your practices and so forth. So we don't always put that in the disclaimer when that goes out. But so Amy did that, and then there's a process that goes on, and there'll be a special night that takes place in the fall. So congratulations again to Amy. Also want to congratulate our special ed employees of the month for February and March. So Lori Grenard there on the left at Garin, Danielle Bell, aide that's out at Pioneer, and then Jackie Oria, who's our head nurse for the district, was selected as well. And you see her out there. So congratulations to those three employees. Also, Mary Casey Black, they had author Sarah Afalji come out, and she shared her book called Not Yet for Women's History Month, which is about Zaira Lari, who was the first figure skater to compete internationally in a hijab. So really congratulations to that team for getting such a great author out there to share with the kids. Edna Hill Middle School had its very first color guard team performance, so congratulations to them. And then also last week, the Brentwood Rotary held their very first Good Character Award ceremony. The idea behind it was to select fifth graders who displayed just great character. They were role models. It had nothing to do with academics, though they could be very strong in academics as well. And so they received nominations from teachers across the district, many of whom came on that night with very short notice, along with principals, and so was deeply appreciated. And it was a really touching ceremony, and we had it in the Montagnez multipurpose room. So great event. Thank you to the Brentwood Rotary for putting that on. And then Arab American Heritage Month is taking place this April. This is Miss Brungart's class at Bristow, working on calligraphy as part of an activity that they're doing there after learning a dance to celebrate and learn about that. This, the Montagnez group, I don't know how many of them were there, but they had, the Parents Club held their first annual car show this past weekend. They had 150 people displaying their cars. So there was all kinds of carnival activities and so forth, but a great fundraiser and community event for them. And that's my report. And then I want to turn it over to Diane, who has a special.
Yes, we have Joanne Campos, who's going to come up to the podium from Keenan and explain. She's here to provide the district with a Builder's Risk Safety Award because of work at Montagnez Elementary, along with John Navarro is here from Cummings Group. So thank you. We'll turn it over to you.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you so much for letting me present here at the Board of Education meeting. I'm Joanne Campos with Keenan, and we are the insurance broker for the district. And the district selected to use our owner-controlled insurance program to purchase all of the insurance for the Isaac Montanez School construction site. Those coverages do include workers' compensation, builder's risk, and general liability. And this project took about 20 months to complete. And during that time, the contractors logged over 212,000 worker hours to build that project. And during that time, there were 4 minor injuries. Any injury is not looked upon good in a good manner. We always want to limit as many injuries, but we only had 4 minor injuries. And so for that outstanding safety performance, I'm here to present a safety award to the district, to the construction management company, Cummins Group, and also to the contractor, Overa and Company. And I'm not sure if a representative for Overa was able to attend. They were gonna try. So for the district, I sure would like to present the safety award plaque. Yes, and John Navarro for Cummins Group is also here.
The famous.
Right here.
Okay.
Thank you very much for coming by and presenting that.
Grabs all my things. Thank you again.
If I can get seated here. Before we open the public comment, it's always difficult in any situation to have losses, and we've had a few losses, and I would like to take a few moments of silence for Brian Douglas, for Heidi Schatzwell, and for Jackson Rios. Thank you so much. I'll now take a motion for open.
I'll make a motion. We open public comment.
Second.
Moved and seconded for motion to open public comment. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. It passes 4-0. Tonight, Steve Gursky is not able to be here. And the Jamie Brand, Jameen, did I say it correctly? Jasmine, I'm sorry.
Good evening. To the Honorable Brentwood Union School Board, I thank you for the opportunity to share my thoughts tonight during public comment. It has been an absolute privilege to participate in the opening and subsequent operation of the Isaac Montanez Elementary School. My oldest son, Dean, is in kindergarten this year. My middle son, James, receives speech services through the early intervention preschool housed at IME. And our youngest Otter Pups will be old enough to join the school in just a few years. Since the day that it has opened its doors in late July, IME's culture of academic excellence, respect, and pure delight have greatly exceeded the expectations of the students, their parents, and their teachers alike. A huge shout out to Ms. Dobbin, Uma and Jody in the front office, and Ms. Panu in kindergarten for making it so. That being said, our community has a substantial group of students who are aging out into the middle school level this next academic year. Thus, it behooves the board to make meaningful steps towards opening the middle school originally intended to pair with this elementary school to suffice the needs of its students and community. I stand here tonight representing a coalition of parents that includes a near majority of the Parents Club board members who all strongly support the opening of the 6th through 8th grade levels in order to support our students in the continuity of their scholastic careers here at BUSD. As a member of the Parents Club board myself, I can attest that every event we've hosted this year has been close to, if not sold out. As you saw this past weekend, we hosted our first inaugural car show, and we had an estimated 1,000 community members in attendance. All of that to say, the parents and families of IME have shown that they want a robust and active school community. A connected community, such as one that extends from TK through 8th grade, enables the highest results from both a test score and overall pupil success standard more than any other metric. Thus, it is imperative that you make the opening of the middle school a top priority. Please allocate the necessary operational funding to ensure the opening of a designated school to happen within the current 3-year target and no later than the 2008-2009 school year, thereby fulfilling BUSD's mission to provide exemplary education to its IME students. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to participate in?
I'll make a motion that we close the public comment.
I second.
It's been moved and seconded to close public comment. Those in favor?
Aye.
Passes 4-0. Item 8 is consent items. We have 9 consent items. Is there anyone like to pull any one of these items? If not, I take a motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve consent items 8.0 to 8.9.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded for approval of consent items. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. This passes 4-0. There are no hearings or appeals. Are there any presentations or reports? If not, then we move to item 10.1, the expulsion of student 03-2025-09. This requires a motion.
I move we expel student 03-2025-09.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? It passes 4-0. Item 10.1. Item 10.2, Brentwood Teachers Association Leadership Update. Please. This is an information item.
For the podium.
Hello, board trustees, district admin, teachers, and community members. My name is Lisa Bastias, and as the president of the Brentwood Teachers Association, it has been my privilege to advocate for teachers in this district for the last 4 years. My term ends at the conclusion of this school year. I want to thank the board, the school board, for the trust and support they've given the teachers of Brentwood. You listen to our concerns, champion our proposals, and find ways to work with us to solve problems. I'm here tonight to introduce our newly elected president for the 25-27 term of the Brentwood Teachers Association, Connie Torres. Connie has been an integral part of our association, serving in many different capacities, such as co-chair of the bargaining team, a representative for our area at the CTA state level, a member of CTA's EMEID group, which works to promote people of color to leadership positions, and as my vice president. I value the insight she has always provided and how we have always worked as a well-balanced team. Connie is a constant advocate for better the working conditions of our teachers. She works to make the world better for our students, cares deeply about our community. You always know where you stand with her. She's perceptive and quick-witted. We'll start the next school year with our new members of our executive board, as well as a new bargaining team. Connie will be a great leader and bring our leadership groups together and help guide us through the fiscal and political challenges that are ahead. Connie, to quote a current movie, because I know you, I have been changed for good. Thank you for being the yin to my yang, and congratulations on your appointment. You'll be amazing. Wow,
That was really nice. Thank you, Lisa. Good evening, everyone. I'm honored and excited to be stepping into the role of the president of the Brentwood Teachers Association. This isn't just a job or a title for me, it's personal. Brentwood has been my home for over 2 decades. I started my teaching journey at Guerin Elementary in 2001, and for the last 18 years, I've been proud to call Marsh Creek my second home. The district isn't just where I work, it's where I've grown, where I've built lifelong friendships, and where my family has deep roots. I've been happily married to my husband, Adrian, for 26 years, who's joining me today, and I'm the proud mom of 2 amazing kids. My daughter, Tatiana, is currently studying at UC Berkeley, and she couldn't be here today, but she's cheering me on, watching on YouTube, so thank you. And my son, Diego, is a junior at Liberty High School. Both are products of Brentwood schools. Over the last 4 years as the local vice president and my time as bargaining chair, I've had the privilege of advocating for our members at the negotiating table, pushing for fair contracts, respect, and the resources we all deserve. I've also represented our voices at the CTA State Council, making sure Brentwood is heard loud and clear at the state level. BTA, as your president, I'm here to lead with heart, with strength, and with purpose. I believe in fierce advocacy, and I also believe in the power of collaboration. When we come together, united, there's nothing we can't accomplish, whether it's at the bargaining table, in our schools, or in our community. I promise to fight for you, listen to you, and stand with you every step of the way. BUSD, this is our moment to grow stronger, to be bolder, and to shape the future we all believe in. Let's get to work together. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa, Connie. Adrian, stand up. You're an important part. Come on, you have to, yes. Thank you. Item 10.2 is the Brentwood Teachers Association leadership update.
That was it.
That was just done. Oh. Lisa, would you move them? Food services update. This is good.
Make sure you turn the green button and speak into the microphone so that we're
All right, well, thank you so much for having me tonight, board, and pull it closer to me. Okay. Thank you tonight for having me and presenting the great work that our teams are doing out at all 12 of our school sites. So I'm Kristen, I'm our food service coordinator for the district. So currently we continue to operate under the California Universal Meals. So that's school meals for all students, free of charge for 1 breakfast and 1 lunch every day. Currently we serve about 69% of our enrollment and for lunch and about 40% of our enrollment for breakfast, which has skyrocketed, as you'll see in a couple slides, from pre-COVID numbers when we would have to charge some of our students for a meal. And we're continuing to do more and more scratch cooking in-house, and the kids are really loving it, it seems. So here I just show our meal participation increases ever since California Universal Meals has taken shape. In the nation, there's about 8 to 9 states that continue to serve all students for free. The remainder have gone back to, the free, reduced, and paid students. Even since last year, all meals were free for all students as well, but we've seen an increase in 4% for lunch services and 11% increase in breakfast services. And just a reminder that our funding for our meals, for our staff, for anything that has to do with food services, it is separate from the general fund and comes out of Fund 13 or several of the different grants that we've applied for and have been awarded. So our team just continues to grow and grow and grow. Like I said, we're doing more and more scratch cooking. The district has supported us in restructuring our department to have cook positions, more scratch cooking, really investing in our facilities. So of course that takes more people. Serving double the amount of kids, it takes a lot more people to get the job done. So we have 74 dedicated and talented people in our department. I'm the coordinator. We have only one supervisor right now. So as we continue to grow and some more of that oversight support will continue to be needed, just to make sure that the program is meeting the requirements of the government. Here's just some fun little pictures. My daughter's actually the one on the little smoothie bike. We had a little smoothie bike over at Loma Vista just to celebrate National Breakfast Week. Our team loves to go above and beyond. Every time I go out to Raw Nun, they have some other theme in their cafeteria, and just really interacting with the students and of course at all the other schools too. But this is Miss Sonia at Raw Nun. They're always trying to do better for the kids and go above and beyond. So our goals for next school year, right now we are meeting the requirements of the 40% freshly prepared meals. It was a grant that we had received, and in order to get that additional funding, we do 40% of our meals either scratch cooked or freshly prepared, and we want to go above and beyond that. So next year we're hopeful to, now that we have more and more cooks in our different facilities, increase that even greater to 50%. We continue to add more technical culinary and operational training programs just to really enhance our staff's capabilities. And one of the big pushes that we're continuing to do, and we have more of the support from our warehouse team to be able to really support our local farm to school efforts and really supporting our local economy. We have I'll talk about that later, but I just was pulling all of our purchase orders. We spent about $850,000 just with our purchase orders within Brentwood to Pittsburgh per year. With the grants I've talked about and just the funding that we have in our program, just, every time we serve a meal, we get a reimbursement from the government. These are some of the ways we have spent some of those funds or looking to spend. This summer, I'm working with Cummings Group to create a satellite kitchen and an unused or pretty much unused classroom on the other side of the gym from the kitchen. That'll be able to allow us to serve our breakfast meals just from there, better prepare and serve the students, add more additional lunch services for the kids. We've replaced some hazardous flooring that was chipping away and causing tripping hazards and whatnot for Guerin and Marsh Creek kitchens. We've updated and repaired our food service office to better support our teams and provide our growing teams, as we are a growing team also in the food service office. We've purchased different the cargo vans, electric forklift that's coming, I think, to really be able to support delivering local fruits, vegetables, and breads to our teams, because the infrastructures of local farmers, they can't go site to site. So they drop it here, or we actually go out to some of the farms and pick up the produce. We have a fun little tool in most of our kitchens. It's a tilt skillet. It's very versatile. So we've, at 11 of our schools, we've been able to install those just in 2 years. That really is going to be able to continuously help us increase our scratch cooking capabilities. These are just some examples of the items that we've already added for this school year to really help us meet that 40% freshly prepared meals that we're offering. We make our own salsas and marinaras. Some of the things you tasted earlier, we're making our own house-made dressing, about to be making our own croutons and some crispy garbanzo beans. We make some of our own chili, smoothies, and baked breakfast items, and just trying to find different ways to serve our vegetables that kids will really want to try and eat. Right now, we're working on a recipe collaboration project. We have 10 cooks that are doing an amazing job. So this is just kind of going over that project. So we've already done it at 2 of our schools, and it went out really well. We've been to Ron Nunn and then Cray. So the cooks and the manager have come up with an idea and presented that to myself, our chef. He works for the consulting firm Brigade. He's our district chef, as well as Kelly, who's our nutrition specialist. We've worked together to create a school compliant recipe using their idea, and it had to be a freshly prepared item as well. And then our chef has gone out. They've gone through a small batch of it together, and then the next day they do a large batch of it, do a taste testing with all the kids, kind of make it a big deal, and then get the feedback from the students, really perfect that recipe. The team has really been able to see kind of the start to finish of what goes into creating a freshly prepared recipe. And these are some of our cooks and their ideas. So it's great that it's all driven by the staff that are going to be making these items, and it's really driven by them. So yeah, we'll be doing spaghetti and meatballs soon, a yogurt banana split, a burrito bowl. We just finished up our chicken parmesan bowl at Cray and making our own cooked marinara and noodles. And we did our chicken adobo and rice dish at Ron Nunn. So I love a lot of these are things similar to maybe what we're already doing. They're knowing the inventory and, changing up the flavor profile and making it more freshly prepared and kid friendly. So there is legislation right now. It's AB 2316. All California schools are mandated to remove the numbered dyes, so the artificial dyes from food, by December 31st, 2027. Our department is going to be removing all of those dyes for sure by July 2025. We've already started removing them, but of course, inventory takes a little bit of time to get through. So I'm really excited to be able to showcase that. So yeah, no more Doritos and Lucky Charms. So.
I'm gonna go to Costco right after.
But once it becomes law for all California schools, we'll probably be able to get the more naturally dyed versions of those and be able to bring some of those back. So we'll have some potato chips instead of Doritos. This is just a list of the different local partnerships we have. So these, with these partnerships plus Pizza Guys that we have, most of our going through, that's where our $875,000 per year, really going back to our local economies to support. So we have a really cool, interesting hydroponics pilot program at Edna Hill. Our team had seen this at one of our national conferences, and we're thrilled about it and really took it on. And I said, let's try it. I'll finance it, and you guys take the reins on that. So they're really invested in it. Kelly, our nutrition specialist, as well as our kitchen manager at Edna Hill, Christine. They've reached out to teachers, really looking to collaborate with teachers down the line. They went through, try to work out any kinks as it was our first time. And we had 25 pounds of fresh, organically grown, no pesticides, romaine from each of the towers there. So there's 2 towers. So hopefully we'll definitely continue the program at Edna Hill, and hopefully we can expand that further once we get a little bit more support. Another promotion that I'm really proud of is our different, we call them Taste and Learn. It's really where we're collaborating with local farmers and in-season produce and really featuring them reaching out to the teachers. It's all, it's not forced on anyone. The teachers, we had 195 teachers respond saying they want to do this taste and learn in their classroom. We worked with Deer Valley High School. They actually, in their response back, they provided student-driven or teacher-driven questions that we would want to ask the farmer. So we put that together, put that all together in an interview. And then Deer Valley High School students, their video production team, they created a full, about a 10-minute video. So it's really a farmer visit, a virtual farmer visit, answering their questions. We also did the Simone and Masoni Farms sweet corn shuck and cook in August. It was fun. The kids, I think, it's over here. Oh, I thought I had a picture of it, but the kids were shucking corn, and at Loma Vista, I was there, and it was great. They had their little buddies with them, so the 5th graders were teaching the little kindergarteners or first graders how to shuck corn, so I thought that was really cool. And then we plan in fall of 2025, we're going to be working with J&E Family Farms, featuring their cherry tomatoes. Any questions about our program? That's kind of all I... So thank you for your time and your support of our program and continuing to let us be a progressive and great program.
Kristen, I just want to say I was on a few different campuses for the persimmon tasting and how much fun the students in the classes were having with that. And I actually tasted one for the first time in my life. And so that was good for me too. It was good for my growth and watch the corn too. It's also really great to go around in the morning around the campus and see the kids with the smoothies and just how it's like a little cafe out there now. So I just want to commend you for all the innovations that your team is making to try to really make food services great. I think our community has, many members of our community don't know how different food is that's being served right now than was just maybe 5 years ago. So thank you.
Yes. No, thank you for all your support.
Also like to say that, it's really great the way you've integrated it into the schools, not you, with cooperation with the schools to do that. And we live in a special place out here in East County with the agricultural environment that we have, and you're like using that to make these kids' lives better and to get them interested in things, and it's obvious about how many kids come to eat now at the schools. So
exactly, yeah. No.
Thank you for your leadership and all
Keeping
that.
busy.
Amazing. Yeah.
Just as a side note, before we came in for our meeting, Kristen made us a side salad, and it was fabulous. And we had some of the hydroponic lettuce, not the legal kind, but and cherries and cherry tomatoes and little crispy things and croutons. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So it was fabulous. And I say this every time. I can't tell her enough how our program has changed with her at the helm. So I'm going to sign off because I sound like Robert Kennedy right now. So
Thank you, Mr.
I appreciate all the work you've done. It looks delicious. I know it's nutritious and it helps the local economy. Working with local farmers, I really appreciate it.
Awesome. Well,
And economically too, on our board reports, the food service does extremely well as well. So that's kudos for that as well.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your time.
We'll move to item 10.4, board priority goal update to prioritize and implement district equity plan. Information item.
All right. Well, good evening, board. We are here to discuss an update on our board priority goal of we were going to be talking about our equity goal. We were last talking about this in fall, and we wanted to bring this back to you with an update now. And the reason there are so many of us for this goal is because this really does cross all of our departments, because it's such an important goal that is really integrated throughout the fabric of our entire district. So next, oh, there we are, you're already there. So this prioritization of this goal is really important. The focus we are going to be discussing is about continuing our equity committee, prioritizing, that's not that typo, Dana, it's just me, is the equity audit recommendations and integrating that throughout our district like I was just sharing. This is such an important piece of what we do. And so I'm going to share now. I would like for Michael is going to take it.
So just a reminder of our main goal areas in around equity. So we had determined we were going to create an English learner master plan aligned to the state's EL roadmap. You're rubbing off on me there, Scott. Explore the feasibility of dual language programs, diversify our staff by revising our recruitment practices, foster practices to encourage the retainment of a diverse staff, implement ongoing professional development on unconscious bias, and continue to build and implement our community celebrations lessons. Those were our 6 big areas we were focused on here. And just a quick reminder that this goal was born out of our equity audit that we engaged in over the last little while, and those recommendations have been woven into this goal around equity. The 3 main areas that my department is responsible in this equity work is the community celebrations lessons, which our plan this year was to make sure those were updated, finished, ready to go for all grade levels, making changes based on feedback and information we had received from teachers. And they are there. We have completed that one. To end the year with a draft of our English learner master plan, and that is well on its way, in progress. I think I've mentioned to the board before that we're really happy to be able to work on that with a group from Loyola Marymount University, who actually are the experts in the state, the #1 experts in the state on writing an EL master plan. So I'm really confident we're going to have a great plan when we're finished at the end of this year, and we'll share that with you when we get there. And then the last one for my department is to research dual language programs and make sure that we know where we're headed, / what we need to do if we're going to take on that work in the future. So all those 3 in my department are on track, and we feel confident about being ready for the work that will come as a result of it for next year.
Yeah, as Kristen said, this is really shared work for all of our departments. And when it comes to hiring and retaining staff, it's really all of us. We all hire employees throughout the district in different various departments, various school sites. And so that work is done collaboratively. Recruit and retain highly qualified employees to more closely represent that of our student population. That is our goal. Expansion of outreach to more diverse job boards and online recruitment. We've implemented those things, and as a result, we've seen a dramatic increase in diverse applicants. We changed our posting. It was actually a discussion that we had here at the board meeting that TWE had suggested in posting bilingual or multilingual preferred. And as a result, we're seeing more candidates that speak more languages than English alone. Diverse interview panels. And when we don't have the diversity within our own site or departments, then we are asking parents to be on those interview panels. And then diversify staff members at our job fairs. We don't sit around at a job fair. We get out from behind the table, and we annoy the other districts by doing that, because we grab applicants before they ever walk over to Antioch or Pittsburgh or any other district. I want to talk to you about the TSA of culture, climate, and belonging. We're making the shift in one of our TSA positions, and this TSA will coordinate district culture and climate committee. They'll include collaborating with site-level culture and climate committees. They'll provide ongoing professional learning in support of culture, climate, and belonging practices. Coordinate training and development, including that of restorative practices. Provide site support for student engagement and Tier 1 classroom management strategies. The goal here is that this person is overseeing the support of the whole child. Develop systems systems and resources to improve student connectiveness and coordinate and facilitate equity audit recommendations. And then just to take you back to some of the professional development that we've done. And so in working with the Canizales group as well as Jareem Gutner, and on November 1st, we provided this staff development around creating a culture of belonging. And that concludes our presentation. Questions for us?
Comments? Thank you, all three of you, for your informative and brief presentation.
And that was a lot of stuff in a brief presentation.
Thank you.
You're talking about integrating. It's not just the activities, but integrating it into all we do. It's evident.
Yeah, I like how you approach them, like you're not sitting behind the table at the job fair. You actually go out, try to really approach them and encourage them to apply it with us.
Thank you. These next items are all action items. Item 10.5, approval of resolution 2025-09.
I can speak to that. Just, this is a resolution because we went out for CalShape, which is California Schools Healthy Air Plumbing and Efficiency Program. The district received grants for plumbing and HVAC. We have some work going on right now with the Silicon Valley Mechanical. There is CalShape funding to do more contingency fund work and repairs, and they have allocated that they have more than 10% that would cost me to change. So the purpose of this resolution is it authorizes the change order, which is above 10%. This is all still funded under the same CalShape funding program grants that the district has approved.
Thank you, Diane. Any questions? If not, I'll motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve resolution 2025-09.
I second.
Item 10.5 has been moved and seconded. Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 4-0. Next item is also an action item, 10.6, approval of tentative agreement classified liaison committee, the CLC.
Yeah, what's before you is our tentative agreement that we've reached with our CLC group, and that is, you'll see two items there. One is for leaves, and one is for salary.
I'll make a motion that we approve the tentative agreement with the classified liaison committee, CLC.
Second.
Item 10.6 has been moved and seconded. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Passes 4-0. Item 10.7 is the approval of a tentative agreement, confidential supervisory group.
And this is an agreement that we reached with our confidential supervisory group. These are the folks that work here at the district office in various confidential roles, and similar agreement in reaching an agreement on leaves and on salary.
I'll make a motion that we approve the tentative agreement with the confidential / supervisory group.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item 10.7 is approved 4-0. Item 10.8, approval of tentative agreement for management employee group.
So similar item, this is an agreement that we reached with our management group. So that's our principals, our vice principal, program specialists, coordinators, and directors, and similar items, salary as well as leaves.
I'll break things up and
please. I was hoping.
And I move we approve 10.8, approval of a tentative agreement to management employee group.
I'll second.
Those in favor? Aye. It's been moved and seconded and approved. Item 10.8. Item 10.9, approval of compensation agreement with contracted employees.
And this is similar to what you've seen above. It's same item as pertains to salary. This is compensation agreement for contracted employees.
I move we approve 10.9, approval of compensation agreement with contracted employees.
I'll second.
Item 10.9 has been moved and seconded. Those in favor?
Aye.
It approves 4-0. Item 10.10 is the approval of updated job description with coordinator of fiscal services.
As you know, we have a vacancy here with our coordinator of fiscal services, Melissa Guzman, leaving us to the county office. So we take that opportunity to update the language so it no longer says things like typewriter and risiograph. And so, thank you for laughing. And so we updated this after it hadn't been updated in about 20 years. And so to make it fresher, more accurate to the position that it is and to attract people to the position.
Is there a motion?
I move that we approve 10.10, approval of the updated job description.
I'll second.
Item 10.10 has been moved and seconded. Those in favor? Aye. Opposed? It passes 4-0. Item 10.11 is approval of job description for long-term substitute position.
Yeah, so whenever we have to fill a position that is related to CalPERS, we have to have this as a board item. It's a similar job description as what you saw above. It's exactly the same, but this is for an annuitant. So the possibility of us hiring someone who's retired, who receives CalPERS retirement. And so we're bringing this before you tonight in hopes that we can fill that position with a retiree until we fill an interim position until we fill it long term.
I'll make a motion that we approve the job description for the long-term substitute position.
I'll second.
Item 10.11 has been moved and seconded. Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 4-0. By the way, I should let you know quickly that we do get an itemization. That we aren't just rubber stamping these. We read them on our own and look at staff recommendations. So just thought we should say that. Is there anyone who would like to bring up any item for next meeting? If not, we have a motion to close the meeting.
I'll make a motion that we conclude this meeting.
A second.
Moved and seconded. Those in favor?
Aye.
See you May 14th. Thank you all.
Thank you for the Vietnam game.